Hey everybody, it's Brian with you from the Game Comment, and today we are taking a look at Egypt Old Kingdoms. So, Egypt Old Kingdoms is a strategy game that takes place in ancient Egypt. The Steam page describes it as a strategy simulator of the Great Pyramids period, where you take your path from the unification of the Egyptian tribes to the foundation of the First Empire. And so essentially what you're doing in this game is you are taking your people from a completely tiny tribe of like one group of people, and you're trying to unite all of Egypt under your control, and eventually you get to build pyramids and all kinds of other cool things. If I had to describe it in a quick sentence, I would say it's like a civilization mixed with like a board game, although I'd probably say it's a little more of a civilization light just because there's not as much stuff to do, but don't take that as a negative. This game is actually a lot of fun. It runs for $15 on Steam, and just to kind of give you a little bit of backstory with it is they actually gave me a key to this game a couple weeks ago before DreamHacks, before I got sick, which is why it took me so long to cover it. And essentially, I decided to sit down and play this and a couple other games I was learning for the channel one evening. And it was a little late. This was actually the last game I got to in that evening. And I was like, you know what, we're only going to play it for like 15-20 minutes, and I'll play it a little more tomorrow. I'm just really tired right now. I ended up playing this game for about 2 hours because it's really freaking addicting. So I think the easiest way to kind of show you guys what it's about is to go ahead and launch a new game. I absolutely am loving this game. I think you guys should definitely check it out yourself. I was even thinking about maybe doing a let's play of it if you guys like it enough, but we'll see. So we get to choose our prologue. Essentially all these do is these affect your starting conditions, and so we got it on beginner mode right now. If we wanted, we could go to hard mode or normal mode, but I'm gonna keep it on easy, and this gives us playstyle building, save and load at any time, many useful finds on the city map, and lots of starting resources. So kind of a easy start for us, which I think will be good for the explanation. So the reason I said this is kind of like a board game is because you actually start off with these different pops that you basically can place around the map, and it's very similar to a board game that has like meeples that you kind of move around. So our first quest is for a new settlement. We command an organized migration into the new lands from Upper Egypt. We found this place to be perfect for a new settlement. In order to have us earn the right to rule these lands, the gods command our tribe to grow. So our goal is to increase our tribe to the size of 5, and we get a one-time bonus of food and production. So here's our resources up top. You'll notice we have food, we have production, we have luxuries, we have army, we have culture, and we have favor. Food, obviously, the more food you get, eventually you can grow your workers. Right now I can't because it's unavailable simply because we're in the tutorial, but you'll notice I think it's 10 food is what I need to actually grow our pop. Then production is anytime we want to build any buildings like houses or temples or stuff like that, it requires production, and it basically uses the production that you have banked. So if you don't have enough production, then you kind of have to wait like X number of turns until you can actually get enough production. It also takes a couple turns to build buildings as well. And then luxuries, you need luxuries to actually grow your population as well. It looks like the food is 1. It only costs us 1, and then per turn, and then 0.1 luxuries every turn. And then army is the size of your army. Eventually you can like find neighbors and stuff like that, and you can try taking them over by force, which you need to have an army for that, or peacefully, which usually I think requires luxuries, but it's been a little bit. And then culture is potential for social change. Essentially, this is essentially your science in this game. Allows you to unlock new techs. And then favor is the surplus that allows you to actually ask for divine assistance, which we'll see here in a little bit. So we have a single idle worker right now. What we're going to do is we're going to place him here and on this tile, and it's going to give us 1.2 food and 0.4 production. So you'll notice that we're still losing production, we're still losing luxuries, our army's still going down, but we are gaining food. Eventually we can actually come here and start building some buildings here, but for now we're just going to end our turn. Now on our next turn, what you're going to notice is it's time to explore the neighborhood. So we're going to take our worker and we're going to put him back here, and instead we're actually going to bring him over here and start exploring the neighboring tile. It's going to take 2 turns to actually do this. So once again, we're not working the 1.2 food and the 0.4 production, so our stats are going down there. But right now that's going to be okay, so we'll hit end turn. Hit in turn, and so right now you'll notice that this map actually gets to be pretty big, and the cool thing is after you actually max out this side of the map, it actually opens up to a world map where you get to interact with a bunch more tribes and stuff like that. So put idle workers to use. So this is where I was having some issues. So now we can actually get 2 workers down here. So I'm going to put 1 back there, and I'm going to put 1 down over here. Now, because we have 2 of these guys, it's costing me a little more food per turn, so we're actually not generating any food now. So we're slowly losing a little bit of everything. So because of that, we're going to actually want to start building some stuff. So we can go ahead and build a workshop here, which is going to allow us to grow. It's going to give us more production. It's going to give us more luxuries every single turn. And it's also going to give us +1 maximum population, which right now is capped at 5. We could also go for housing, but I think right now let's go ahead and grab the workshop. Now you'll notice my production now is -6.7 per turn. So we actually are not making nearly, well, we're actually losing a lot of production at this point. So we're going to have enough to actually finish this building, but not much more after that. So let's go ahead and hit next. And so now we have a nice little tile over here. So our worker, we could go have explore elsewhere, or we could come here and start trying to grow our population again. We need to get this up to 10.5 to actually get another pop. And so I think I'm actually going to go ahead and have you do this. We will want to build a farm here, but we're going to want to most likely wait until next turn when we finish the workshop. So let's go ahead and finish this workshop. And so when you finish the buildings, you get these nice little cool Egyptian buildings, which are really freaking awesome. It's really, really cool when you start expanding your territory and you have all these fancy buildings all around. I really, really like it. So whoopsie. I'm going to put you over there. We are gaining 1 production per turn. I am going to do... Oh, here's the thing. We should probably wait now, right? Yeah, since we're gaining food, let's go ahead and just keep exploring. Now, we want to actually cancel this. Cancel you, please. Because I want to bank my production at this point. Yeah, let's bank our production for a couple turns. If you're getting a negative, I think it just takes a couple extra turns for it to actually fix. So, impudent hyenas. Hungry hyenas charmed by evil spirits come to our settlement. They're still in our food, frightening us with the demonic laughter. Although they're still too cowardly to attack people, we have to do something. So, we have evil hyenas. We have 1 turn to take care of them. So I'm going to drink a little bit of water here every once in a while because my throat's still not 100%. So anyways, we have hyenas here, and you'll notice that we ended up finding some lions here. So anytime you find these animals, you have a chance of actually losing one of your pops in that territory and neighboring pops unless you take care of them. Now what's cool is you can do 1 of 2 things. You can either go and hunt them, or you can actually worship them. And if they're happy enough with you once you start worshiping them, you can actually come and domesticate them, which actually starts giving you a lot of freaking favor. For these hyenas, we're going to go ahead and attack them. What that means is we're not going to be gaining any food or production for this turn. I think on these lions right here, we can worship them. We can't quite domesticate them because we need 100% relations, and we don't quite have that. Oh, our relations are 66% right now. So we could go ahead and just do this. We're not doing anything else while this is happening, but eventually we're going to be able to actually convert these guys to our cause. So let's go ahead and end our turn for now. So we did slaughter all the hyenas, which gave us a ton of freaking production, which is awesome. So we are really just kind of waiting right now because we can't do much of anything because well, you know what? I'm going to actually put you back over here. Let's go ahead and get our food going. And let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and knock out our farm. And that's going to give us a lot more food so we can start getting more pop. The lions, I don't think are likely to kill us at this point. So I think we're okay there. And we did get enough so we can actually discover new technology. So we have these 3 technologies already discovered. These 3 are all locked. And you'll notice that there are a ton of freaking technologies. And eventually they give you some really cool stuff. Like this is where you start building like... you can start building like, oh crap, what is it, tombs for your people, or for your rulers, which is really cool. So I think to start with, we're going to go ahead and grab the food one, just because we're trying to grow as quick as possible so we can get more population. Eventually, here pretty quickly, you should be able to unlock one of the favor with the gods. So we did go ahead and meet one of the other neighbors. And they are way the heck up there. They're a little unfriendly with us. They also, so we can actually take our pop, and we can actually go ahead and interact with them if we so chose. And we're not going to do this, but, you know, just to kind of show you guys what we can do. We can come here, and we can actually interact with them. We can come and attack them. But they have a lot more warriors than we do right now because we haven't built any barracks. And the other thing we can do is launch a raid, which will pillage their land, which will give us food and production. They'll submit to us, by the way, if we do the subjugation. We could trade with them, which just gives us a general boost of everything, or we can go ahead and increase their relations with us, which does cause luxuries, but once the relations are high enough, you can actually peacefully have them integrate with your tribe. So we're going to put you back here because we want to finish our farm. So we got that going. So now we're gaining 2.4 food per turn, which means we're going to, we're going to need 2 more turns before we can grow, but we're pretty close. Oh, now we can actually worship a god. Okay, so right now we have 4 gods unlocked. Every one of these gods gives us something slightly different. This one gives us production and luxuries for 6 turns. This one gives us, that's culture. And then army for 6 turns. This one protects us from 2 common and negative events, or we can get 10% food. I'm gonna take the 10% food because this is gonna allow us to actually grow 1 pop by next turn. So I think that's worth it. So now we have an extra pop, so we can grow our people, and we could interact with that tribe, but I think I still want to come down here and get our lions happy. So let's go ahead and continue to worship our lions. We want to get them to 100% so we could subjugate them, because I do want to build on this land. So. Oh, no, never mind. They're making me actually start relations. Never mind. So instead, we're going to come here and start relations with them. I think I'm going to go ahead and trade with them, though, so we can at least get some more stuff going on for the time being. We'll hit next turn. How much do we need? We need 11 food now to actually get our next pip. So we did unlock another technology. And there's actually antelope herds down here as well. So I don't think they actually have any chance of hurting you, but they are aggressive, so it's going to take a lot longer to flip them over to for them to like me. So we can now grab one of these 2. I think I'm going to grab the growth to production and the growth to luxury. So that's going to give me, now I'm not quite gaining positive in luxury, but we're pretty close. So we'll hit next turn. And we also now encountered another tribe, the Bull tribe. They are way the heck over there, and they actually have some houses going on over here. Houses are good in case you hit your pop cap. Once you hit your pop cap, you start taking massive penalties if you exceed the pop cap, so we don't want to do that. We also can go ahead and grab more growth for something. I think once again we're going to go with the food. Oh, we actually already worshipped him, so we can't worship him. So you know what? Give me a little more production then. And we'll in turn. And actually, we can pick another tech as well, too. So give me... Oh, you know, we didn't actually discover it, so that was my bad. I clicked on it, but I didn't hit discovery. So we are now gaining luxuries per turn. So what we can actually come up here and do is we can actually improve our relations with them. And now we're slightly losing luxuries, but we're still in a pretty good spot over here. We can also grow our pop once more, and we're going to go dump you down here. And I think we're going to go ahead and hunt the antelope to give us a bunch of food. Because if we kill all the antelope, we're going to immediately probably have enough food to actually grow 1 more pop. So our early goal is to get our population as large as possible, and just simply so we can expand. So we did end up killing the antelope, and we got 10 more food for that. Sweet. So we finished our first mission, which was to grow our tribe size to 5. So we got a one-time food boost of 10 and 10. So we actually have a ton of food right now. So assimilation of neighbors. So we need to assimilate 260 clans, and we get a one-time culture boost of 50, which is nice. So let's go back to making lions happy with us, please. We actually have enough food, to grow all the way to 6. So that's good. Let us, for the time being, put you down here. And then, what should we do with number 6 guy? I can't put 2 people in the same spot, just FYI. So I think I'm going to put you over here, because we are going to want to start building some houses. I could come here and make the bull people happy with us. And you know what? I think we're going to do that, because these guys already like us a lot better. So we're going to be closer to assimilating these guys, because they're already friendly with us. These guys are neutral towards us. So let us grow our relations. And you'll notice that we can't assimilate until we have 100% relations with them. So let's go ahead and hit next. All right, so down here you'll notice there were some berries. Oh, I'm an idiot. So I totally missed this, but we had a famine because we're not working enough food right now. And because of that, we suffered in a famine. So anytime you're not generating enough food and you actually get to 0, you end up losing a pop. So yeah, that was a bit of a mistake on our part. So we did lose one of our guys, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, so here, what you'll notice is we have fertile glades. So what we can do is we can actually harvest them to get a one-time boost of food. I don't know We can't actually build here yet until we get the required tech, which is public works. So we can't unlock that yet. So let's go ahead and discover this one, which is going to give us a little more culture every turn. So I don't actually want to work you, even though there's some pretty good food there. Instead, I'm going to go put you up over here, because once again, I still want to do the housing next, probably. Although our food per turn is pretty crap. So it's a pretty good spot for us, actually. And there's a savage tribe over here. What does this one do? So we can invite them to join our tribe. So one time... Oh, so essentially 50% chance for us to get one extra pop. Yeah, totally cool. Let's do that, and that'll put us back at 6. We might need to take you and actually have you come work one of these farms. How close are you? You're at 75%. I really need to get a farm or something going up here. Get us a little more food, but we'll see. I can always come down here and work and get the 1.2, which is nice. Okay, so we did actually convince them. So we're going to come put you here, have you work on that tile. And we're going to come over here, and we're going to start building some houses. I think then we're going to build some barracks here just so we can start generating some warriors as well. Eventually, you start needing warriors. Even if you try going peaceful with this map, eventually you need warriors as you progress. As for our next worship, we're going to go back and worship and get some food going because we are sucking when it comes to food. Not so bad anymore, but still. What is your guys' happiness with us? We got a drought. So an extreme drought has started. We're going to lose 30% every turn. So yeah, we're barely positive now. So I'm actually kind of glad we took everything we did. Okay, that's fine. Heyday of Helcanarpus, Upper Egyptian chieftain sent around Herachanopus, was one of the most powerful, rivaling Ombus and Abydos. At the peak of its power, it was a city with fortified walls, magnificent temple to Horus, and dazzling white royal palace. Cool. All right. And then destroyed. We actually destroyed something that was on that tile. Oh, all right. So now we got some houses there. One of the only negatives I have towards the game is it's like every single building looks the same. So this is the workshop. These are the houses. They look the exact same, which is kind of like, but you know, it does make sense because once again, you're trying to generate the whole of Egypt versus, you know, this isn't just one single workshop. So it does make some sense. We built our houses. Let's see, we're at 6 to 10. Okay, so we can grow our pop here, but it's going to be a little bit. How long until we can get enough? 37. What do we need for this? 35. Oh, next turn. Okay, so now we can actually research public works. So we're going to discover that. And then I'm going to actually have you guys come here, and we're going to drain the swamps. So that's going to allow us to actually build a farm here, I think. Cool. We are losing food per turn, though. But we should be okay. How are you? You're at 87. You know what? I don't want you to interact anymore. I want you to just work the food for a couple turns. We'll go back to interacting with the lions here in just a couple turns. I do want to convert the lions just to show you guys what it looks like. That language of our neighbors are more than just a jungle. As it sounds to us, we can understand each other. Cool. So we get a little more culture per turn. You guys are at 75%, which is nice. We should swap you back over to relations. Nah, let's keep trading. Let's keep trading. You have 3 more turns left on that. We do have a large bank right now, production, which is good. What were we suffering? We're suffering negative from the drought, right? Yeah, that's going to disappear in 1 turn. Okay, that'd be good for us. So drought ends, and it's actually raining. Sweet. Cool, cool, cool. So now we're gaining 2.5 per turn, so I think we can come back here and worship you back to 100%. And then let's go ahead and improve relations here. And we're still gaining, which is good. You're going to finish that in 2 turns. Awesome. Let's keep going. Oh, we got another worship. Let's do growth again. We actually already have growth. So we can do culture and army. Or we can do negative events. You know what? Protect me from negative events. Because right now we're kind of in a little bit of an awkward spot where we don't want negatives to happen. One of our people is accepted in the leopard tribe. Over time, he became a full-fledged member. So relations plus 20%, clans assimilated plus 20. Sweet. So what are we at now? 78. So we're getting close. We are losing a little bit of food right now. Because we lost the blessing of our food. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. But we are going to flip you over here in a turn. Cool. So now we can actually build a farm over here. Progress 40%. Assimilated. Nice. I'm going to do more growth again. I could also do the flax fields, which gives us production, but I would much rather at this point do the food. So you are at 93%. You are at 81%. We're getting really, really, really close. We also got more technology. So we can do primitive army, which gives us growth and a barracks. Sorry, it's going to grow our army every turn, and then the barracks gives +1 every turn. Or we can do +1 religion. I forgot what that one's called. I think we're going to do the army right now. Our army's getting a little small. Favor. That's what that one's called. Our army's a little small, so I want to start growing it. Shielded against Seth. Hey! Okay. Oh, yeah, we have that protection. Not really much else for us to do this turn, so we're just going to hit next. And we got our second field up, which is good. Okay, so we are no longer... Nothing bad happens, so we no longer have that going for us. We also have 60% of the clans assimilated, so we're getting closer. We're 87% right now on them. How are our lines? 99%. That's what I want to see. We're at 7.4. We need 12.5, so we're getting close. We are running out of luxuries, though, which is a bit of an issue for us. Part of that, though, is because we are converting this tribe right now. So we can now domesticate the lions. Sweet. Hey, it's 100% good. Why can't I domesticate you? What? Oh, we don't have enough food. Gotcha. So I need to get to 10 food. Now, will the lions deteriorate? I actually don't know about that. So if we don't worship the lions, is that going to deteriorate? This is going to give me 2.4, which is going to put us over 10, which means we're going to be able to work on that. So, other technology, sure, we'll grab this one while we're here. Might as well. And then, hey, keep giving me that growth, please. Because I need the food. So now, what's interesting, ancestral duty. We lose one favor per turn. Cool. So I think let's go ahead and domesticate. Yep. Are they straight up domesticated? Yes. Okay, so they are domesticated now, which means that we are getting +8 favor per turn because of that, which is quite nice. Also, we're still working this tile, so we're getting a little bit of production, a little bit of food. I think we want to go ahead. We could put cemeteries up here, which gives us more favor. We could do a workshop, which gives us a little more luxuries, but I think I want to go ahead and do a barracks for the time being. It's going to cost us 8 for 3 turns, which is 8, 16, 24. So we should maybe wait just a little bit of time. Just gain a little bit more production so we can actually straight away build it the first turn. How's our food? 3.8. Yeah, I think we're okay. And this is just going to allow us to get a little more food. So we might just be okay just hanging out for the time being, just so we can get our pop-up. So maybe wait like one more turn. And then we should have more than enough production to get it built. So, Abydos has become the most important necropolis for rulers of Upper Egypt. Its land is now sacred. Shortest way to the land of the dead starts right here. And the god, Wifawat himself will keep those who have passed from getting lost in the darkness. Okay. So we now have extra gods we can now worship. We have 4 more. This one's going to give us 10% growth. Oh, that's the same one. Actually, 3 more. Never mind. So we can get a little more favor every turn. Effects and negative events are negative 50%. Or we can get the power of enemy armies negative 6%. I think for the time being, I need the production growth because we want to go ahead and build this. So it's going to give us a little more production over the next couple turns. We actually have, hey, we actually assimilated the neighbors. Sweet. And we got a one-time boost of 50 to culture. So, Ascension of the Tribes. The god Ptah, patron of our lands, is benevolent to us. Our settlement prospers, and we should probably thank our god by building a large temple. Guarantees protection, so our goal is to build a temple. We also managed to integrate ourselves, so we got a one-time of 90 culture. So, these guys now belong to us. Or they're now 100% friendly with us, and we can actually patronize them, which peacefully subdues them. So, it's going to give us a 30% chance to subdue them, and it's going to cost us quite a bit of luxuries every single turn. So I think for the time being, let's hold off on that. Down here, we're going to go ahead and build our barracks, and we're going to take our new population and let's start exploring a little bit more. So I'm going to come bring you over here, and I'm going to take you and I'm going to start putting you over. Actually, you know what? Let's put you down here. because we want to build a temple somewhere. We also unlocked some more technologies because we got a ton of freaking points. So let's see, what can we do? Tombs. We can actually start building some tombs. We can do some new ceramics. Workshops are going to give us more luxuries. These gives us more growth. I think let's do luxuries for the time being, because that's kind of our issue. And then let's also do the growth for the fields. Yeah, let's roll that way. Okay. Oh, we still can do another technology. So yeah, keep giving me growth then. Yeah, I like that. All right. So we're losing quite a bit of production right now, but that's okay, because we're building the, barracks. I think we're good now to actually take you, and let's go ahead and start assimilating. So we're still gaining luxury resources, which is good. Where is our other dude? You're exploring down there, because we want to build a temple. And then down here, let's see, what do we have? We have a school of fish, which will give us, I think, actually, hold up. Give me you. What does this do? So we can go ahead and actually worship the fish. Then we have a river god here. So we can pray to this god, and that gives us a little extra favor per turn. And then we can't build anything because it's a river. So this actually, if we actually hang out here, we actually get a favor and 1.5 food. If we go here, we're only making 1.6 food. So I actually feel like this is better. That 0.1, I'd rather have the +1 favor versus the 0.1. So sure. Go next turn. Got some more antelopes over here so we can get another boost of food. And we get a boost of 10% food right now too. So I think I'm going to go ahead and hunt the antelopes. Just so we can get another pop out really quickly. You are slowly converting. Remember, it was a 30% chance, I think. So let's see. What else do we want? I think we want to continue with the food. We want to keep growing. And we might as well grab this one, which gives us a little more technology, culture, so we can get more technology. We can't actually build there, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. So we did get our barracks knocked out over here. So our army's going pretty large at this point. We did end up slaughtering you, so we can't build anything here because of the stream. All right, well, we're going to put you up here because I'm trying to find a temple location. This is only 2 turns, so go up there. We can grow our population again, so let's go bring you over here. Yeah, we're making enough food right now. I'm not even worried about working the farm. So let's keep ending it. And we just subdued the tribe. Sweet. Nice. So now we can annex them. Hold up. We can assimilate. So what do we need? We have to get chiefdoms before we can actually assimilate them. All right, where's chiefdoms? Proto-writing, irrigation, concept of multiple souls, metalworking chiefdoms. So we're a couple techs away before we can get it. So we do want to get up there, but it's not end of the world. What is our... They actually like me. They have 27, so they're growing a little quicker than me right now. So that's okay. So you know what? We're going to put you over here. Keep our food going, and then we're going to take our extra people, and we're going to send you down over here. Yeah, you know what? No. This one's 1 over here. So let's send you over here. Okay, in turn. So we got some more antelopes. We also can't build up there, which is unfortunate. The leopard tribe decided to exchange knowledge, so they gave us basically 20 culture. Nice. We also have 2 people available right now. So we're going to send 1, I guess, here, and then 1 over there. Other thing I should note is the map is different every time you play, which is freaking awesome. So we got a bunch of new territory explored. Oh, hey, they gave us 2 new territory over there. Oh, no, because they expanded their settlement. Gotcha. Okay. And then we explored over there, and we explored over here. We can't actually build up here? We can build a pasture or a cemetery. So the pasture gives us... plus food, plus production. The cemeteries gives us more favor. And it costs us -4 for 2 turns. So let's go here for 1 turn. Let's get a little more production. Our production's really kind of crappy right now. So we probably want to get another workshop. You know what? Let's go here and let's actually get the... Yeah, let's get the additional production going. We also have new technologies. We need 100 for that. What do we have right now? 65. I think I'm going to go ahead and wait, and let's actually try assimilating this tribe. So let's actually get to 100. And that's going to be kind of our goal for this episode, is I think, let's go ahead and try assimilating this tribe before we call it quits. So there is an abandoned settlement here already. What can we do here? We can explore it, which gives us a random one-time resource, all right? We can also build, once again, on the highlands. So we'll explore it. What I really need to find is I need to find a place to build a temple. And as of now, all we have are these stupid highlands, which don't help me. So I need to keep sending you guys out. This is probably going to be river again for us, which isn't helpful. We could probably build a temple right there. So let's just let's spread out that way. We're going to be able to get another population next turn, which is good. We could actually destroy this, and instead, well, okay. No. Let's instead go for the pasture. Forget exploring. Come over here and give me a pasture. Yeah. I don't think I've actually seen the pasture yet, so. We will be able to get the government here in just a second. So we get a one-time boost of 1 extra person. All right, I will take that. Instead, I'm gonna send you over here and go explore that with our 1 extra person. And now we're at our cap right now, so our food is not as good as it was before. We can actually build a temple over here. Now we can build a farm over here. We still need more production. I think we can build a temple right there, so I'm feeling okay about that. What did the cemeteries give us? They give us a little more favor, which is fine. There's also more antelopes there, which we could go murder. This seems like really ridiculous growth over here. So if we make both of these our friends, we're going to get some ridiculous amount of stats here. I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to try getting the aurochs to get a little more food going, and then we'll try the antelopes so we can get a little more food as well. It's going to take a little bit of time, but that's okay. We're at 89, so next turn we should have enough technology. Cool. We revealed everything, and we can definitely build a temple over there. So we have our herds going over here. They look really cool. I like that. We have an extra pop here, so now we can come build a temple here. Oh wait, we can't build a temple yet. We've not gotten the technology for it. Okay then. So instead, we're gonna put you here, and we need to unlock chiefdom. I have to get proto-writing first. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. What did I need for the temple? Concept of multiple souls. Tombs, concept of multiple souls. Okay. But we'd have to get tombs first, so I think I'd rather go for chiefdoms. We did pass over copper smelting, which gives us a little more production, and our barracks give us a little more. Yeah, I think we actually need to pick that one up too. We'll be able to get it here pretty quick. I think I'm okay with that. So what do we want to do with our extra guy then? We're working on that. Maybe want to have you just come here and explore our neighboring regions for the time being. Sure. And then cults. I don't actually think I care so much about food. I would love to get some more science right now. Give me more science. Alright, so Seth wanted to inflict a new ordeal upon us, but his magic failed. Nice. Suck it, Seth, man. So we got 10 more warriors. 10 more to our army. So I wonder, really quickly, if we grab you back, what does our army look like compared to these guys? So we could subjugate them. They have 36 to our 42. They'll pay 30% of their income every turn. After an attack, relations will deteriorate. Okay, or we can launch a raid to get a bunch of food and a bunch of production. What do we need to assimilate? We need chiefdoms, and they need to be 100%. Or annex, we need chiefdoms. Yeah, I don't think I want to attack them. I was just kind of intrigued to see what it looks like. So we do have enough warriors. I think we actually use our warriors. You know what? I should do it just to kind of show you guys what it looks like. All right, so you know what? We're going to go ahead and subjugate them. So we're going to try that. Technologies, we're going to go ahead and grab copper smelting. And we're trying to get to 100 here, so in 5 turns we'll be able to assimilate the other tribe. So we got some hyenas here, which I think we're just gonna go kill, because the hyenas are dangerous. They can actually we actually lose food here. Yeah, so we might as well slaughter them. They're stealing our food. How's our relations here? We're at 53%, so we got a long ways to go. We're currently working the fish. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. There's savages over there, so we can get more people. Cults. I'm actually gonna lower the power of enemies. Whoopsie. I didn't mean to do that. Crap. So we actually lowered the power of them, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what our worship just did of our god. So you notice this game, like, it's pretty addicting. Like, I'm very much enjoying it right now. I want to save. I want to get to 100. Please, so we can assimilate. I wonder if we assimilate, if we're going to have a bunch more... What's our production look like? Yeah. Let's do the production. I don't really need growth right now. We have a ton of freaking people right now, which is a little ridiculous. Let's actually have you come explore the river. Okay, that's actually not quite the river. That was some wetlands, but okay. Gift of the Hot Eye. 80 years of influence. So let's see. Plus 50% to all resources every turn. That's nice. That's actually really good. I think it's just for that area, though. Then go grab the river here. We got 1 turn left on that. We have now enough to go ahead and research chiefdoms. Pro dynasties. So then we want to come here, and we now have chiefdoms, so we should be able to assimilate. So in case of success, both people will vanish and their riches will be ours. So we have a 20% chance to assimilate them every turn, and it goes up 2% every turn. So unfortunately, it does cost us some luxuries, but we have plenty of luxuries right now, so that's not an issue. All right, so preparing for battle. This is the war. So we're subjugating the leopard people to serve Horus. In case of success, this tribe will pay us tribute. Forecast easy victory. So right now they have negative, enemies are aided by their ancestors, so they get plus 50% strength. Their damage is negative 20% though, and Horus aids our army, so we get a positive plus 50%. So we can fight, we can gamble, or we can retreat. Now, the fact is, let's see, what's gamble? Use a stratagem to defeat the enemy. Positive event chance 100%, negative event chance plus 30%. I think we're just gonna fight it because we have an easy victory. And now we can either attack or defend or retreat. Normally you want to defend if you are outnumbered, and you want to attack if you have the numbers. So we took 3 casualties, they took 31s. We can exterminate them, which is going to lower their development, or we can release them, which is going to increase our relations with nearby tribes. I think I'll release them for the heck of it. So we did subjugate them now, so they're going to be paying us a little extra stuff every turn. Cool. Relations with nearby tribes plus 2%. They probably, yeah, they're hostile now towards me. What are we actually getting? They're giving us 1.7 food. They're giving us 0.3 production. They're giving us no luxuries. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Oh, so idle workers actually give you culture. I didn't know that before. Yeah, okay. So we're going to go put you over here. And let's go ahead. Actually, we don't want to invite them to our tribe, do we? No, because we're maxed out right now. Where do we want to put our temple then? Because I need to invite them to our tribe. Grr. Let's keep exploring for the time being. We can't really build. That's the one thing about this, is it's a little restrictive sometimes on where you can build. Like, hey, I want to build a house. Sorry, you can't build a house because you don't have the proper tile to actually build a house. So let's actually explore there first. So I still want to assimilate that tribe, so we're going to keep going for a couple more turns so we can actually assimilate. Hey, there we go. So we gained a one-time boost of 2 population. We also gained a lot of food, a lot of production. So now here's the thing. We're at 14 to 17. Oh, because they actually came with houses. So that's awesome for us. So we basically just assimilated their people. I think we got 1 person out of it. I think we were at 13 before. And you'll notice that we now have their lands, which is super, super awesome. So I think I'm going to wrap this episode up here. I think this gives you a pretty good idea of the hieroglyph of our settlement. It depicts a fortress and a mace. It's pronounced in ancient Egyptian as Indu Hijab, meaning white walls. Huh, that's cool. I never noticed that before. But I think this gives you kind of a good picture of the game. I definitely am very much enjoying it. I think it's a lot of fun to play. Like I said, it's $15 on Steam, so definitely go check it out yourselves. If you want to see me do more of this game, let me know in the comments, and I'll look at doing a Let's Play of this series. One thing I should note is you'll see we're probably getting near the edge of our area right here. We can't really go much further south, but we still can go this way at least a little bit more, and then we got a little bit more up there, so we're actually getting pretty close to maxing out our area. Our resources are doing really, really good. Our technology, our culture right now is ridiculous, which is awesome. But yeah, like I said, I'm really enjoying this game. So if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, comment, let me know what you think, and as always, hit the subscribe button, join the game comment, show your support. I'll see you guys later. Bye.